Hi everybody, it's Steven from the Fragrance Lair, and today I have for you, and the next 6 weeks is going to be the top 30 plus 3 honorable mentions winter fragrances for 2015. Now, the criteria for this list is two things. One, I really might like a fragrance, but since it doesn't project that well, it's going to be low on the list. Like one of the fragrances on this list, I love to death. Actually, two I really love, but they don't project so well, so I'm not going to put them as high up on my winter list because I'm not going to be reaching for them as much. And most importantly, for you to get really high on this list, not only do you need to smell really good, but you need to project really well because it gets really cold where I live in Long Island, New York. So I need some strong, heavy-hitting fragrances. So one more thing, I've noticed some people might not necessarily like lists and stuff. I do. I like lists and stuff. I like listing it off, like showing you what I like and don't like. And not to mention, these videos tend to get me a lot of viewers and subscribers, and it allows me to open up my channel to more people because once they get locked into the, you know, the list and stuff, they'll open their eyes to other videos, like unboxings and Hall of Fame videos and stuff like that. So, not further ado, I'm going to start off the list with 3 honorable mentions and then run off 30 through 26. So, first up on the list is from the House of Mont Blanc. It is my favorite from the house and probably the best from the house in my opinion. It is Mont Blanc Individuel. It is a sweet, fresh, spicy, warm, spicy cinnamon fragrance that draws comparisons to Original Santal and to not as lesser of an extent, but still in my opinion, Yup. Now, the reason why this is so low, it didn't even make the official list, is because I have something that's stronger and in my mind more, I like it better. And it's a little bit weak. I mean, it's not weak like, I don't know, Gucci by Gucci or some shit like that, but it just makes the cut for the winter. Probably next year, this won't even be on the list considering I'll be probably picking up a lot more of the fragrances, but till now it's a great fragrance and it smells really good. The cinnamon in here, you get a lot of different scents in here. It's great. I like it a lot, but it's just makes it, in my opinion. So the first honorable mention, Mont Blanc Individual. And these 3 honorable mentions are not in any order. I'm just rattling them off. So, yeah. Next one, this is one of the reasons why it's really good, this fragrance. I love the smell of it, but it's just kind of weak, so it doesn't really make it too high up on the list. It's not even on the official list. And it's one of my favorites of all time, McGraw's Southern Comfort. A gorgeous whiskey tobacco sweet fragrance, but it has piss poor longevity and projection. And the more and more I use fragrances, the more and more I realize this is a bit synthetic. But hey, it's a really cheap fragrance and it's really good. If you want to start off your fragrance collecting with something masculine and really pleasing, get this. This is perfect for the fall and the beginning spring time days. But the depth in the winter, this thing I'll use, but either I'm going to have to abuse the sprayer or use it where I'm not going to be subjecting to really cold weather because this thing dies in cold weather and doesn't last that well in cold weather either. So it's a really good fragrance, but not really good for any strong cold winter days. So this is the second honorable mention, Timro Southern Comfort, Southern Blend, I should say, Southern Blend. Remember, Southern Blend, it says on the bottle. I thought it was Southern Comfort, but I was wrong. So okay, focus, focus. Come on, I'm right here. I'm not. Okay, thank you. All right, next one. Third honorable mention is something that's a staple in my winter list because of how powerful it is and how decadent it is. It is Rocasman. This is a sweet coffee vanilla gourmandish bomb. It lasts and lasts and lasts. But the reason why it's not so high up on the list and not actually on the official list, I guess you could say, is because it's kind of boring. It's linear. I mean, I wear this if I want a girl to like freaking get wet over me. I want to get the girl's panties wet over this kind of thing. But if I want to wear something like that, I'll wear this. So, but this isn't very sophisticated. Doesn't have much depth. It's not like unique. It smells really good and tasty, but yet again, like other fragrances on this list, they're a lot more complex and a lot more unique, and that's what I look for in fragrances. And this one delivers, but not as well as I would like it to be. I would like this to have a maybe bit more kick to it or a bit more uniqueness to it, but it just fails to offer that. So that's why it's so low on the list as my third honorable mention. So, yep. All right, without further ado, let's kick off the list. Number 30 with a new fragrance to my house of Lair, I guess you could say. This is an oldie, but in my mind, a goodie. Ted Lapidus Pon, a beautiful, sweet, musky honey tobacco, old-timer fragrance from the 80s, I believe 1987, but I could be wrong. Is it on the back? No. But this fragrance is everything I wanted Koros by YSL to be. But the YSL Koros I have is very good, but it's formulated to appeal to the more modern audience. While this hasn't, I don't know if it's been formulated, but it definitely kicks your ass and then some, which I like. The honey in this is predominant with some tobacco as it dries down. Also get some sweetness in here. I get some animalic tones in it from the honey and stuff. It's a very strong honey. This is a very strong fragrance. And perfect for the winter, but it barely cracks the list because it's just kind of, you got to be careful where you wear this, and I'm not too familiar with this yet where I can wear it and really know how it's going to perform on me. I've only had this since like maybe 2-3 weeks now, and it's a great fragrance, but it's just I need to have it more to really be able to get a feel on it. But as of now, it's a great fragrance, and it's old, but it's good. I can rock it real well. So, yep, that was Ted Lapidus Pon. Pick it up. It's good. You should be seeing an unboxing of this after all these videos are done. I'm going to put 6 of these out in succession and then back to the unboxing. So, yeah. Okay, next one. Number 29, right? Number 29, okay. 29 is going to be Lan Vin's Avantgard, a beautiful, soft tobacco, warm, spicy, aromatic fragrance. You know, it kind of, in my mind, bears similarities to Cuba Red, a little bit of Burberry London, and an even smaller amount of Spice Bomb. But this also gets compared to Tobacco Vanille, but sadly I have not smelled Tobacco Vanille, so I can't comment on it. But when I can comment on it, it's a gorgeous fragrance. It's not too heavy, which is good, I guess, but it's heavy enough where it can do well in the winter. But it's just too soft for me for it to really last. Not really last. Really get. It's not gonna get too deep into the list because it's kind of face value kind of fragrance where what you smell originally is what you're pretty much gonna get throughout the whole thing. I mean, yeah, subtle changes here and there, but it's not gonna go through the metamorphosis where 2 hours later it's gonna knock your socks off just as well as it did when you first put it on. It's not gonna be like that. And also it projects and it has decent longevity for winter fragrance, but not too well where I can wear it 12 hours later. You can still smell it. It's good. It's a good 6 to 8 hours, give or take, depends on the wearing, but it's not going to give you beast mode projection. The tobacco is nice. The beeswax is nice. There's the sweetness. I think there's benzoin in here. I think. Don't quote me on that. I think there's benzoin in here. That's also nice, but it's just nothing groundbreaking. But it's still a very nice fragrance, and I like it a lot. I'm happy to have it, and it's cheap. That's another thing. If you want a cheap winter fragrance, get this. I recommend it. So, okay, the next one, number 28, is one of the most hyped up, well-known fragrances ever to exist in the designer game by one of the most well-known designer houses. Period, and it's none other than DOR the Lip Sticky Vibe fragrance. A beautiful high-class fragrance here. Has everything going for it. But for me, it's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But it's just a bit too, I guess you could say, soft for me. But yet again, it's supposed to be a soft fragrance. I like my ouds. I like something that's going to kick me in the ass and not relent. This one gives me a bit of breathing room. I don't like that. That's why I like other fragrances. As you get deep into the list, fragrances that this one's really good, but doesn't leave me there thinking and sitting. I want to just sit there and freaking ponder on this. On this fragrance, I don't ponder. I kind of wear it. I enjoy it. That's really all I do with it. But nevertheless, a gorgeous, powdery, sweet floral fragrance. You get some iris in here. You get a little bit of pears, you get a whole bunch of fragrances, a little bit of vanilla, and it creates a beautiful scent. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I would trade it for an oud fragrance, though. If you offered me, let's say, I don't know, Amouage Jubilation, I'd give this to you. Here you go, just take it. I don't want it. I would trade this for fragrances with oud or incense, because I like that better than this. But this is still a gorgeous winter fragrance. This is a high-class fragrance that, excuse me, if I wanted to wear this to like a nightclub or a suit and tie event or a wedding or some kind of a party with a suit and tie involved, this would be one of my go-to fragrances. So, I'm looking forward to wearing it those situations, but when it comes to me wanting to just express my fragrances and who I am, this isn't the first I'm going to reach for, because this isn't really who I am as a fragrance head. But yet again, it's a gorgeous fragrance. I'm happy to own it. So, yep. Number 27. Oh, I gotta switch. Yeah, number 27. I gotta switch these two up. One of the newest fragrance currently in my collection as this video shot. I got this within a week, and this is Low 7. This one's really good. This one is a balsamic, rosy, sweet, incensey, smoky fragrance. When I say sweet, it has apple in it, and it's detectable. The apple, the incense really go well and mix it into pepper, all that good stuff. It really mixes well, makes this into a beautiful fragrance. I mean, once again, the incense is really nice in here, but the one thing I struggle with is not the kick your ass incense that I've been looking for. It's definitely better than Zero Icon, that's for damn sure, as a cheapy incense, but this still is not the incense I'm looking for. To my mind, as of now, Fahrenheit Absolute is the best, bar none, Fahrenheit. Best incense fragrance in my collection. Bar none. But I think this might be a second best. It's a very great fragrance, don't get me wrong. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but it just doesn't kick my ass like I want it to. But what are you going to do? I like the bottle. It's definitely nice. You should also see this unboxing coming up soon whenever I release it, I guess. So yeah, balsamic, rosy, sweet. Beautiful. I like it a lot. I can't complain. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to. So yeah, number 27. And finally for this list, and this one is going to take a nosedive from the fall to the winter list for one reason, and its projection and longevity is horrid. It is one of my favorite top 3 fragrances of all time. Actually, it might be number 2, right behind something else I'm not going to mention. But number 2, it is Burberry London. A gorgeous tobacco-y, woody, cinnamon, port wine, guaiac wood fragrance. Oh, the glory of this fragrance. But if this thing can project even 6 to 7 hours, this would be like number 2 easy. It still wouldn't be able to be number 1, but number 2 pretty much easy. But it projects horribly, and the winter just beats this thing up. But I can wear it for 3 to 4 hours if I want to just wear it for a short period of time. Maybe carry a decant with me, maybe just deal with it, or just hope for the best. But nevertheless, Burberry London, gorgeous fragrance. More suitable for the fall, but I do still reach for this in the winter. Gorgeous fragrance. I recommend picking it up. If they're going to make an intense version or a perfume version of a fragrance, this one is crying for it. This is crying for it. So, that's my opinion. Okay, oh boy, 13 minutes, and we've only went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fragrances. We got a bunch more left. I think we got like another 24 fragrances left. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Alright, so this has been honorable mentions and 30 through 26 of the top 30 2015 winter scents. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, everybody.